Hello, my name is Michael Nisha. I'm with Life Healing Lessons, and tonight's lesson is on the value of family. Family is valuable because, for one, it's your foundation. It's, everything that you learn about, that you learn with, grow from, and, just have that first encounter of life with. It's your family. And what that could be the family that you're born into or the family that you were gifted to. So family is family. And in the value of family, you usually learn one of two things: the path in which you should go or the path in which you should stray away from. And, in both of those lessons, neither one trumps the other. Because and they do blur sometimes. They cross over sometimes. While most you might have a family that everybody did just about well for themselves, they're successful in life and they have good things going on, but because they're your family, you see those things that aren't necessarily publicized. So that still teaches you in which way not to go. And even if you have a family that they might not have made the best decisions in life, but they have some good attributes and values to them. So it's those little things that okay, that is something I want to hold on to. That is something that I can take with me and on my journey of growing. So I just want to say that's what family truly is. And and while family is the foundation, that means that most times whatever trauma we suffer from, known and unknown, it normally stems from family, and sometimes it's so, I want to say, consuming in our lives that we don't know, nor do those family members know. But that doesn't mean that they don't care or that you shouldn't care. It just means that there needs to be some work put in on healing, And I know a lot of people, I hear so many stories about good and bad. So like I said, family, it's the foundation of who you are. And while some people could have had a, great upbringing, some people could have had a little rough one. But it's still important to know family because God's seen a reason to put us in that family. And God knows more and understands more than we could ever. So, and I know sometimes we always have questions, but God putting you in the family that he put you in, and if it's not the family that you were born to, but a family that you were given to, not given to, a family that you were gifted to, because every person is a gift. Now, it might not be the best gifts. You get some bad gifts, but nonetheless a gift. Even if it's a family that you're gifted to, that's still your foundation. So take, what your family has taught you, what you've learned, and, grow with it as far as, like I said, knowing what to do and what not to do. Because it's only so long that you can blame things on family. And even me, myself, I had to realize that, I can keep sitting and saying, oh, if this happened like this, or if this would have happened, no. I can understand that, okay, your parents, they only know how to give you what they have. They only can teach you what they know. And that's the same thing as you. You being an older brother, an older sibling, older sister, older cousin, older aunt, you only can give what you have and teach what you know. So as you grow older and you realize that hey, there were some things missing. You know, yeah, no one ever taught me this. Y'all didn't speak on this. What does it mean when this happens? And I know I say this and that a lot because I do know, I know examples, but, you know, it's just, give me some time. I'm developing that part. But, you know, it's things that happen and it's never touched. It's never spoken of. It's never addressed. And you're just left to deal with it on your own. What I'm truly trying to say is, while family is your foundation and family is very valuable, do not use your family as a crutch. Especially if if it was nothing but lessons of which way you shouldn't go. You want to keep dependent on that? No. You want to grow. You want to heal. You want to become who God purposed you to be. But just know that the people that you were born to or, raised around, most times, I won't say all the time, most times their intentions are not to harm you. They're not to have you, to hurt you in any type of way. So first understand that and accept that most times your family is not trying to hurt you. Is there some hurtful moments? Of course, but that comes with life. That comes with us being human. Not all of us have the same morals. Not all of us have the same goals. Not all of us have the same perspective. So understanding that your parents, your siblings, your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, understanding that they are human too. They make mistakes, will help you in healing. Know that family is very important. And when it comes to an unspoken trauma that is not that has not been addressed and it's been lingering for years, and so it's caused people not to talk and stuff, if you guys can't speak on the trauma, understood, but don't let it take time away from you speaking to the person. And I'm not saying the person who hurt you. I'm more so meaning the person who was supposed to protect you, who you felt let you down. Because while I know it is hurtful to expect someone to be there and that, you believe that they're supposed to have your best interest at heart, and it just doesn't go that way necessarily. But letting that time pass, and in the moment, you probably can't see it eye to eye. But as time goes on, people change, things change, perspectives change. So if you can, just extend the olive branch. Letting it be known that there is forgiveness here. There is, growth here. And I'm not in any way saying that just because people are family that they deserve to walk all over you or treat you wrong or you to keep enduring some type of pain. I'm not saying that by any means. But what I am saying is that don't be completely shut off when it comes to family. God had a purpose for putting you there, whether it was for them to teach you or for you to teach them. Because as you grow older and as you grow and as you develop into the purpose and who God has planned for you to be, you then become the teacher. But if you're completely shut off to even interacting, then how are they learning? Okay? So, in tonight's lesson, I just want you guys to know that family is the foundation. And while I know it's sometimes hard dealing with family members, especially when there's history, you can't be completely shut off to the idea of family. Okay? Because just like everything else, family is a blessing and family is a lesson. But we're grateful for all of it. Y'all have a good night.